Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Cancer for the month of July. So, it is a general reading. It will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon and your rising sign. Your messages could be there. If not, check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Okay, so um, let's just jump right in here. It feels as though there's a decision that you need to make that is weighing very heavily upon your mind and your heart. What we have here sitting central is the Emperor in the reverse. Now, when he's upright in this deck, he talks about a sacrifice, or either he has made a sacrifice or he is the sacrifice, you know. In the reverse, he may feel like he may be questioning even about whether or not he might be sacrificed, or questioning the sacrifice that he might have to make, or that is weighing upon his mind so heavily. He may feel that the situation is somewhat out of his control, and for this reason he's not trusting it. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. He's not trusting it, and I'm gonna have to take a drink. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully that'll cure it. The Ace of Wands is in the reverse on this. So you may not be trusting the idea, what you're trying to decide upon. Now, here we have Charity, which in this deck is the Three of Swords, but it's in the reverse, okay? So it could be that you, in your heart, are willing to give, but you want to be sure to get a return. Again, this would bring in that aspect of a sacrifice. So at the root, we see that you're playing your cards close to your chest. Now, you have a decision to make. You have not yet made it. You see, this has to do with expansion with this card of power here, of regaining or wanting to gain control, or how to gain control over a situation, so that you can make the right decision. So here you are studying and analyzing with this King of Swords which move to make, and you can clearly see, yes, I'm seeing more cards here. We can clearly see this Nine of Swords, which speaks to your anxiety over this decision. A lot of negative thinking. You could be overthinking it even, and it has to do with a new beginning of that Ace of Coins that perhaps somebody is offering you, because I see the King of Cups next. But this King of Cups, well, you know, he can be hard to read, and maybe that's part of your problem. He may not show his feelings so easily. So you see here again, here we have this Queen of Pentacles, and somebody has presented her an offer, but she's not quite trusting it, because how she views this is she sees a snake delivering it, you see. So it's like the snake in the grass, where you may not see something until it's too late, you know, and then you've been bit. So it's kind of like that energy that I feel here. So it's coming from this Nine of Wands. So most likely you have heard from this person or you will be hearing from them, and this is what is going to be taking place most likely throughout June or going into July. And clearly there's a high attraction to this person. Next comes this card of diplomacy that is coming on top of that. And so this is like being very tactful, being very careful. You want to avoid a fight or an argument. You don't want to say the wrong thing because you understand that words once spoken cannot be taken back. So it could be a card of choosing your words carefully because clearly you're not quite trusting this person, although as we can see clearly, the passion is there, the connection. However, you are suspicious or are having a lot of negative thoughts about how they could possibly be feeling towards you, because you see here at the bottom of the deck, you want to offer your cup to this person who has come in or is for, because this I put these videos out early, so you may not have had this happen yet, and so this could be coming up for you in June, and this is somebody that you want to offer your cup for to. But you're afraid. You see, you're afraid of some type of deception, but you're very tempted. Yeah, see, and here's your next card. You're afraid to get your heart broken. So this is really, really affecting the decision and is what is holding you back, and you're reflecting upon this situation as to whether or not you can trust this person, what they are exactly feeling. Should I offer them my cup? This is the new plan. And this is someone from your past because we have it here. And it is about creating new memories with this person. Or, I mean, it could be not necessarily someone from your past, but somebody who this could be memories from your past that possibly affect you or affect the decision. Not necessarily having been with that person, you know. So, what we have here is the Lovers in reverse, and I feel in this reading it is struggling to make a choice, okay, having to do with love, and because you're unhappy with the options that are presented to you so far, okay, and you're looking here and you're arguing with yourself. I feel like you want to go equally one way as the other, or maybe you're pulled more to, because you do have the devil there, so you're very, very drawn and very tempted, but you're afraid. You have this card here, and it is much like the Four of Cups, which is already present here. However, in this deck, it is the Ten of Cups, but it speaks to, it's very, very different than the regular tarot, this deck. But what it speaks to is a holiday. Now, it is not referring to a location or a place. It's a state of being. So, he can be a sign of courage, power, stubbornness, conflict, even abundance. But now, this card would suggest taking a holiday from what is on your mind, what is clearly bothering you, because we can see that this boar, although he looks or is pointed in one direction, his eyes are fixed to the side on the cup that is spilled here. He could be having a lot of negative thoughts, which I feel is what is going on here. I'm from what I'm seeing here, this is having to do with someone from your past. I don't feel it is somebody new. Um, Here in the immediate future, you will have to make a decision because nothing's moving. You have the wheel, and the wheel is sitting stagnant, and it is waiting on your decision, but so far you're unable to make it. Oh yeah, most definitely. With this card, the message on this card is like, is it over or not? So clearly you've had a relationship with this person. Okay. Um, Maybe you've had a series of disappointments with this person. And, maybe this is why it came to an end. But it doesn't, with this card, it's like it doesn't feel like it's over. It hurts, yes, but it doesn't feel like it's over. The Five of Cups in this deck speaks to experience, and so it is learning by experience, um, perhaps using that experience to make this decision because it's coming with the wheel, it's sitting on the wheel. It could be learning what you need to know in order to grow or to grow something. So, yes, this is about applying lessons and wisdom to a situation in order to see new growth or for your own growth. How you view this situation, it seems to me, again, it's like you have the Two of Swords, you see. You're trying to listen to your intuition, okay? Here you you cover your eyes, you see. You're not holding those swords, okay? And this is very interesting. So you're not holding those swords because you just can't decide. So I'll just listen to my intuition. I'll let my intuition guide me, right? Because I really want this opportunity, okay? So you see this king is looking at the opportunity but not picking it up, and he looks very sullen, very moody, much like the person in that Four of Cups. So let's go back to this Two of Swords. You see, I'm going to listen to my intuition, right? Because I really want this. But that doesn't seem to be working for you because you pick up those swords again. You're feeling very passionate and you are very emotional over making this decision. So you pick up the swords again and you keep going with this next card round and round and round and round. This is a merry-go-round in your mind because this is swords. So it's going round and round in the mind and not being able to decide. It's almost like it doesn't matter what you do. You can't seem um, to like stop that merry-go-round and be able to take a decision. But you desire to, you wish to, you do have the wish card here. You're seeking a direction. What's affecting the situation is the lack of clarity. because here we have the opportunity that you would like to reach for. You see the hand reaching for the wand, which is here, which you so far are not really trusting, but it's because you're lacking clarity with the sun here. This sun is just beginning to rise, so you can't see clearly. And this has to do with closing off one cycle and beginning a new. But there's a lot of emotion involved with this Three of Cups, okay? And it has to do with betrayal because of the Ten of Swords here. And so the Three of Cups is drowning in one's emotions, just like the image here, being engulfed or overwhelmed by emotion. On the one hand, this person brings you a lot of excitement and pleasure, but are they being real? Or are they just charming me? But, it's like charming in a deceptuous way. Can I trust this person? And that is exactly what is influencing this situation here. And so here we have you in your hopes and fears. We have this card, Seven of Cups. Now all of these cups are empty. This person here is dressed very poorly. Their clothing is patched, indicating they come from emotional lack. So they're not feeling loved, okay, or they're unsure about whether they will get this love. And the cups above them are all empty. The cloud would suggest a lot of confusion, but there's also fear here because they've covered their eyes once again. They're too afraid to look. They don't know what is going to fill these cups in the future. So, and then it comes with this Eight of Rods. They're afraid of the unexpected. They're afraid of trickery. They're afraid of things in the future that could, may or may not possibly happen. And that brings me back to the Nine of Swords energy that I saw in the overall energies. Overthinking. But you do have news and messages coming in. In your outcome, you have the Seven of Coins. So this is deciding whether or not to put effort into something. You will decide to have this conversation. Choosing your words very carefully. This is a discussion that is coming in for you, to a talk, to talk about the details of a new beginning with the Empress here. So a discussion will be taking place, and maybe, hopefully, it brings you the clarity that you need, because you also have the Star here, which can speak to the arrival or the imminent arrival of a wish. And so if you have been wishing for clarity, which is what I believe you have been wishing for, you will be getting that clarity. Now above here in your overall messages of advice, we have the Princess who never smiled. It is a card of healing. So it's telling you that this time of deep sadness is leaving, and you will feel joy in your life again. Your optimism for this relationship, it's going to return. It is a card of a breakthrough, so something is shifting and changing for the better. For a long time, your life may have felt very flat, sad, empty, endlessly serious. But there is about to be a sudden shift that is going to bring in healing energy. It is a card of healing and recovering, an unexpected shift. The sadness leaves, the heaviness lifts. This is a card that's telling you that love, or the renewal of, is coming in. This time of sadness and emptiness, of not knowing, is coming to an end. The other card you have is Tam Lin. It is about a battle. And this is the battle or the conflict within you. This is coming to an end with the other card being here. Okay? So that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.